For about the past couple of weeks, I've become aware, like many of you have, of this object hurtling into our solar system called 3I/Atlas. It's very anomalous. It's traveling at the highest speed of anything supposedly that's ever entered the solar system. It's not coming in on an oblique plane, which most objects do. In other words, they don't come in. All the planets are on the same plane within about 5 degrees. Usually objects come in at a very eccentric plane, not parallel to the orbital plane. It's the third such visitor from beyond our solar system, but it's acting so incredibly different, just as mentioned above. One of the things is that its aura is not just pushed back away from the solar winds, but at times it moves forward from that. It's also very different in the fact that water is the universal signature of comets, but this one is CO2. And usually it's like 1 part CO2 to 8 parts water on comets, and this one is reversed. Not been seen before. Avi Loeb, the number one authority on this, has said that they estimate that the size of this is 100,000 times bigger than the last 2 that have come in. It is also passing very close to a number of planets, less than a half an astronomical unit, close to Mars, Venus, and Jupiter. So I sat and asked about this, and what I was shown, what I heard first was Harbinger. And I asked, Harbinger of what? And it said great change. Catalyzing. And then I saw that it's here to drastically accelerate the process of evolution by bringing in transplutonium, or energies outside of our solar system. Pluto, the last stable planet that we know of in our solar system, has always been known to be the one of death and rebirth. When Pluto is involved in one's astrology, it means incredible change, a complete dissolution of previous cycles of identity. Again, death and rebirth. It's the one that it's the planet of Shiva or Kali. It's a planet that destroys what no longer serves. What I was shown is that it could bring a temporary increase in war on this planet as the way to more rapidly purge the illusion of separation, and especially the masculine tendency to dominate, control, and overpower at the end of a dying male cycle. But while this was happening, it would also bring forth more compassion and love as a result. This is beyond, this is transplutonian. In other words, it's bringing energies from outside of our solar system, which makes it even more catalytic for change. For those that are transcending and going beyond their human egoic condition, it will be a major acceleration and boost in that direction. And likewise, for those who are embracing it, it will be a major boost in facing its limits, its anti-life, anti-love, anti-light aspects. And it will magnify those as necessary to cause the suffering to increase until there is either a facing and embracing it and surrender, or an exit. It's important to notice that all this will be happening before the end of this year. In a recording that I was given to make a week or so ago called A Tipping Point, this is the essence of the tipping point magnified. This is a great catalyzing force, accelerating personal and planetary evolution. It's another up-leveling in this journey to and through 0 point into a new earth heaven that will emerge as the old human egoic structures dissolve, and so they must. So it will be like the planet Pluto, but only magnified exponentially as it is coming from beyond the solar system and coming right through the center of it, delivering its frequencies like a seed bear as it goes through to all the planets, because it's not just the Earth that's going up in frequency. It's all the planets, the solar system. It's that time for the solar system to evolve. And just as we come towards the galactic receding cycle, where the galactic superwave is also passing into the solar system. So it's tremendous forced acceleration and evolution, the destruction of that which no longer serves, and also the creation of that which does, the amplification of that. There's another energy it carries that I was attempting to get a real essence about. The planet Uranus came up, but it's like a trans-Uranian energy. Uranus is major illumination, insight, breaking free of old patterns. And it's like that, only again, just like a trans-Plutonian energy, it's trans-Uranian in the sense this is magnified many, many times over. So there's also with it the energy, frequency of incredible breakthroughs in understanding, insight, revelation, acceleration of the higher mind, and expansion of it rapidly. So my guess, it's my sense, intuitive sense, is it to be major, major awakenings. And there could be a whole rash of very powerful Kundalini-like experiences with many, many people everywhere on the planet. It's important to remember that all this is occurring as a descent of the universal logos is occurring. Which again, it's the second coming of Christ, the coming of the Maitreya Buddha, the Kalki avatar. It's the second aspect of the Godhead, fully realized, coming into humanity. For those that can receive it, it is the greatest, most profound opportunity probably ever, certainly in many, many lifetimes, for awakening and evolution. What a gift. And know that it will sweep away much that's in the way within ourselves and outside. That's all part of it. It's just a way of it. And I'm not saying the planet's going to be destroyed or Armageddon is going to occur, anything like that. honestly, I don't know what's going to happen, but these are my intuitive senses, and what I'm being shown be a major up-leveling in the level of spiritual awakening and evolution and the death of that which no longer serves us. And it's time, it has to happen. So many of humanity and the planet's life systems are blinking red lights, politically, socially, economically, ecologically, the weather. There's crises everywhere. It's time to move towards breakdown, breakthrough. It's what happens at the end of the cycle. And what it asks of us is to align with that. As I mentioned in other videos, the normalcy bias is going to go. It's going fast. And we're going to know there's no going back. We can only go forward by releasing the past, releasing our old identities and ways of being, and put ourselves in God's hands like a piece of clay to be molded. That's what's asked of us now. It's a planetary chrysalis process. We, as a third-dimensional caterpillar species, are going to go into a chrysalis to dissolve so that a butterfly of a fourth and fifth dimensional soul-awakened divine human can come forth. That's what's asked. Nothing less. And what more could be given that we would ever want? We shall see. This shall be happening as we speak, and it will accelerate. Much love and many blessings.